Well, hello everyone. My name is Rick Passek, FlyFish Fanatic, and welcome to my tying bench. Today, going to be tying a little leech pattern, a little Minkie Leech kind of. It's something that I've been working on for quite a few years, on and off. This dubbing blend that I'm going to be showing you guys is something that's worked extremely well as the underbody. So now you don't have to use this brand of dubbing that I'm using. But the colors are important. You want to be pretty close. At least that's what I've found with this pattern. So, ready? Let's get her going. So in the vise today, I have a Hends BL254 in a size 8. And for the thread, I'll be using some Semperfli Nanosilk in black. For the wing or for the leech part, I'll just be using some rabbit strips, black. They're not very wide. It's just fairly narrow. For the rib, I'll be using some Semperfli. Where did it go? There it is. Oval tinsel. Sorry, I don't have the thing out right now, but just some Semperfli olive tint. Wow, I can't even say the word. Oval tinsel. There you go. And then for the dubbing, I'm going to be using a mix of number 9, the Hends Peacock number 9, right here. This one, the number 9. It's a black. It's got a little bit of blues and stuff in it. And then I take a bunch of the number 15 from the Spectra dubbing. This one here, and mix those two together. Okay. Let's get her going. So now you can, if you want to, put some underbody lead onto this fly. You can even put a bead head. I prefer without either, just because I like controlling the descent of any of my flies with the fly line, not the fly itself, other than like stuff like check nymphs and stuff for the rivers. So come all the way back. All the way forward. You don't have to be too picky with the size of the underbody here. It's all going to get hidden by the dubbing anyway. So I'm just going to put my oval tinsel on. Woohoo, first time. I didn't stumble on the word that time. Okay, some oval tinsel is on. Now I'm going to take a piece of my rabbit strip. And I want about the length of the hook. See the leather on the back here? I want about the length of the hook worth of the leather past. So about there. So now, where my thumb is, I'm just going to wet my fingers and split that to expose the leather. Okay? And then I'm just going to 5, 6, 8 turns really tight. Okay, once that's on, flip that back, a few in front, and that's it for now. Okay, so I just hold this back. If you've got a little material clip or something, you can clip that in. Just keep it out of the way. So now I'm going to take a little bit of that number 15 from the Spectra dubbing. So it's kind of a, I don't know, kind of hard to explain. It's kind of grayish, goldy silver. Okay. And then a little bit of that black right there. And like I said, it's got some greens in it and some blues in it and a few other things, right? So then I'm going to take that on top of each other, and then I'm just going to pull and stack, pull and stack, pull and stack until this is really nicely blended together. Take a tiny bit more of the black. There we go. And just pull and stack. So you've got it really nicely blended. A little hint here, try to do it in the same direction. It'll help line the fibers up. If you're doing it in all different directions, it'll go all over the place, but eventually the fibers will line up this way. Okay, so let's have a look. Yeah, that looks pretty good, the mix. Okay, so now take some wax my thread, dubbing loop, away. Okay. All the way forward to about there. Put my dubbing spinner on. Put my dubbing into the loop and spread it. So there she is. Give it a good spin. Another good spin. And then I take my dubbing brush. I'll just pick this stuff out a bit. I want it to be a bit spiky. Okay. And then I'm just going to wrap this forward, touching wraps. Okay. Should be able to use this whole bit up. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Fold that back. Just make sure all that dubbing is out of there. Create a little bit of a tie down area because you will need that. Cut that. Okay. So now what I like doing here is I like taking my dubbing brush again. And because I tie quite a few of these, I'll keep, this was all in the dubbing brush that I pulled out earlier, out of here. So I'm just going to pull this material down. I want this material to be down. Okay. Then I'm going to take my piece of rabbit here. Okay. And since this is, I don't want to split it all the way because that way you'll end up taking too much of the hair off. So I'm just going to leave it like about like that. I want to tie the hair in, right? Yeah, that looks pretty good. Now go in front. Nip that off. Sorry if my hands are in the way, but just got to get that nipped off nicely. Okay. Just tie that down a bit. Okay, now this is the difficult, this is the most difficult part. So now I'm going to split this, go over top, right there, then take some of these fibers back and split again. It does help if you wet your fingers and wet the fibers. This is just trying to tie this down, right? So there. And then I'm going to come forward quite a bit, and I'm going to split this again. Come forward, split this one more time. And wetting your fingers will help. Okay. And then in front of that whole bit, tie that off really well. So that's behind it or on top of it, and now in front of it. And behind it again, just once, nip that off. Slick that all back, and I'm just going to build a bit of a head and cover up that little bit of that oval tinsel that's still sticking out there. You want a pretty predominant head on this one, and you want to make sure that that oval tinsel's covered and held down really well. Okay, and then whip finish. I'll glue that in a minute. Once that's done, take my brush, just give that a bit of a brush out. I'll slick that back just so you guys can see what that'll look like. And there's your finished little leech. Like I said, what I really like is I like when I can really like getting that dubbing pulled out of there, because then when this starts slicking back, let's just see if I can get it nice and wet. Some of that stuff kind of blends in with the, let's call it the wing, right? So let's see if I can focus that on the underside. Yeah, and that oval tinsel will just hold everything, help hold that wing down. You can do it with, I actually have one here somewhere. Where did I put it? Here. This one doesn't have the oval tinsel underneath, but the thing with that is the leather is not being held down as nicely. I mean, the effect is, I mean, it doesn't, you can't really tell the difference between the two. With the tying, but this will stand up better. If you don't have oval tinsel, just use wire, silver wire, and yeah, that's it. It's like I said, it's a really simple pattern to tie. It's just that you got to make sure that when you're splitting that wing to put your tinsel down, right, you don't want to lay it, just wrap it over top, because it'll just make it look wrong, and it won't look right in the water. So I'm just going to get this really wet just so you guys can see. So there, it slicks right back. Let's focus that a bit. Yeah, it slicks right back, that stuff. And it really, because you've left that length underneath the leather, right? You see how much length there is of the hair past the leather? That'll really, really move really, really well. And that little bit of that sparkle and color and kind of different colors in there, a little bit of green, a little bit of black, a little bit of silver, a little bit of gold, really attracts the fish. So, alrighty, hope you guys enjoyed that one. If you did, give her a thumbs up. If you subscribed, awesome. Thank you. And we will be doing a big giveaway soon. I'm getting more and more materials and swag and all kinds of stuff in from all my pro staff affiliations, and so I'm going to be doing a couple of big giveaways once I hit 2,000 subscribers. So make sure you spread the news. Also, go to if you haven't got it, or if you'd like to get it, go to Amazon, and you can order my Freshman Fly Fisher. This book here is now on an ebook, and I'll be working on my best-selling insect guide soon. So, alrighty. Talons, everyone.